about April 26th. You're in Omaha. It's a primetime wrestling episode. Huge crowd, 10,310 fans. It's a sellout. But this is a little different. Arn and Tully are going to beat Coco Beware and the Blue Blazer. We know much later, Blue Blazer's not going to wear that mask. He'll be Owen Hart. They're going to have a tag team, the High Energy or whatever. Chat me up though. Do you remember this match working with Owen? Is this the first time you worked with Owen?
Possibly. No other company, I don't think.
Right.
But him and Coco would have been a great babyface team to go out and, us just give a competitive match to. There would be some teams that would go out and let's just say Warlord and Barbarian. I'm sure they wouldn't have had a competitive match for those guys. All the monster teams, would have probably not took that opportunity. Coco Beware is a good worker.
Yeah.
Blue Blazer, very good worker. And we took advantage of that, I'm sure. Have to see the match back, but I would guarantee you almost for whatever time we had, we made it as competitive as possible.
As April comes to a close, all throughout May, June, and July, through the house show circuit, you're losing one after another to the Bushwackers. And I recognize that these guys were badasses everywhere they were before they were here, but the sheep herders become the Bushwackers and effectively become comedy characters for kids. And I guess the rule of thumb on house shows is send them home happy. You got to have these kids' favorites go over, but it sort of sticks out like a sore thumb in hindsight. What do you remember about all these matches with the Bushwackers?
Now, we hadn't won the titles yet, had we?
No.
So I used that word with Tom McGee, a test.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the Bushwackers, while we were working with them, we were putting them over anyway. One of them got hurt. And
Luke got hurt and Paul Roma was in there.
Well, for a while, no one was there.
Wait, you wrestled both Bushwackers? I mean,
both. It was a single match with one on the floor, Tully, okay. And we alternated.
I see.
But the reality is this. If he beat me or he beat Tully, he beat us both.
That's right.
The fact that it wasn't a handicap match in that sense, we still did the things you have to do, getting heat on the guy behind the referee's back and all those things to try to paint the picture. He's not going to be able to overcome this. You had to tell the story. But in the end, what he ended up doing is beating you both because he did overcome it.
Right.
And we knew that. And I think I'm pretty correct. If they were probably settled already that they were putting the tag titles on us. So they were giving us a test. Would we balk at putting the sheep herders over? And if we would have, they would have never seen those titles. It was just to say, hey, are these guys going to do business no matter what? We did business no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, including in the Cajun Dome on June 16th. It's Butch and Paul Roma subbing for Luke, beating you guys. Butch gets the pin on you. I want to mention there's a marathon taping in Niagara Falls on June 27th, 1989. And you wrestle the Pit Bulls. Now, of course, they're not called the Pit Bulls, but our ECW listeners for the show will recall the Pit Bulls, Tony and Gary Wolf, and Tony Durante and Gary Wolf. Either way, though, you beat those guys in about 2.5 minutes. Did you even recognize, and looking back, that you had ever worked the Pit Bulls? I know you probably saw them on ECW TV, but with as many matches as you've worked, it has to eventually just sort of blend together, right?
Yeah, a lot of them I just can't remember. You just can't. It's the sheer volume of different matches, and in those days it was twice on Saturday, twice on Sunday too, and you get to a TV taping, and it's you could, like I said earlier, you could wrestle 3 matches at TV, and they just started to run together. I hate that we didn't have more time because that one couldn't have been too competitive. Somebody had to get over during that match, and I would assume that would be us.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.